Welcome to Shambhavi's Spectrum. Today, my guest is Ziquaran Dean from Golden Ibil, and he is an IT geek and an entrepreneur at the same time. Thank you so much, Zico, for finding the time to spend here with me in my Marketing Magic Industry Insights series. How's your day?
Good, Shami. Pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tell me a little bit more about how the shift from IT to an entrepreneurship, how did that happen?
So in the beginning, I used to live in New Zealand, right? I studied the IT. And of course, I did build my career in level 1 support engineer, and I worked for a corporate company, Vodafone. And during that time, somehow I got to know that there's better opportunities in the sales and marketing department, right? So within, I think, 1 year working with them, I moved into the sales and grew my career in that. And then after being there 5 years, I came to Dubai to just see what my dad was up to, and he was into this food and beverage because he's a hotelier. So I saw he had started a unique project, and it was kind of picking up. And me being a passionate foodie as well, I got into that business. Yeah, and I really loved it. Yeah. So
okay, I'm just going to stop you here for a minute. So when you say you're a foodie, do you enjoy cooking, eating, or serving it to
absolutely.
others?
Actually, both. When I do cook, I cook with complete passion and love. So definitely, when the food comes out, it's really tasty, and that's the health. When you cook something with passion, that reflects on your food, and people never forget it. It's like mom cooking, anything that you do with passion, I guess there's positive energy in that. So that's the whole game here.
So tell me more about your organization, your company, specifically the one which is food related.
Right. So Golden Ibil is primarily camel meat products. So we are the first company in UAE, and I believe in the MENA region, that started such a project because I saw the history of camel meat being part of the Arabic culture here in Dubai. So basically, the camel is the cow of the desert, right? So there's so much rich history about it, right? And I really got fascinated with this animal a lot. And I said, okay, nobody's doing it. Why don't we push it? And since we're Sri Lankans and we love to cook and recipes, whatnot, so we came up with a recipe, and it turned out really well. So we do that for our burgers and kebabs, and also our sausages. And one thing is, I also have quite a passion in spirituality, and we take halal very important, very to the core actually, because that is because we believe that whatever we do here in this physical world, it also rewards us in the spiritual world. So whatever we do in business, we always embed that component, and I believe that is one of the success of our brand and company, and always keeping that positive energy flowing. That's about it. Yeah.
So tell me one thing, do you do B2B or do you do B2C also? Is it business to business, or are you doing to customers? As a customer, can people buy from you directly?
They can buy from us directly. Yes, we do small orders, but we normally try to refer them to our main distributors like Gibson's and Safco, and do the delivery part quite easily. We just have to deliver to the warehouse, and they take care of the rest. Yeah.
So more of a distribution role that Golden Ibil is
Exactly.
playing rather
And
than
they
a retailer.
also, yes, yes.
What about from
So-
the website? I'll talk more about the website in a bit, but tell me, from the website, can people buy? Is it a purchase website, or is it just for information?
No, it's mainly for information. And I have actually sourced, linked Gibson as a main supply for the burger, kebab, and sausage. So it just redirects, right? And the easy part is when Gibson sends us a large LPO, we prepare it and we deliver to their stores, and by God's grace is there, and they do the whole island delivery all over UAE. So it's quite a convenient thing to us. And yeah, they do quite a lot of, a lot actually for a brand like us. Same goes with
Same goes with
Safco.
So being the IT geek that you are, did you make your own website?
Yes, Shamil. So most of the business operations, when it comes to web design, everything, web maintenance, everything to do with IT within the company, it's all I take care of, accounts. So I'm the all-in-one man show at the moment, right? So as slowly we pick up pace, definitely I would spread my responsibilities to different. Yeah.
So 2 questions for you. You said you're the all-in-one and you're the one who's managing everything.
Yeah.
Is it a lonely life there?
Lonely life, I don't say it's a lonely life because I mean, my dad is also there. He normally takes care of the negotiations and a lot of things, right? Yeah, so I mean, he's quite good in that. So that's the thing. When we formed this company, I said, Dad, this is what I'm good at. Let me do it. And this is what you're good at. Let's do it. And not fall into trouble anymore, right?
Okay. And the second,
and then,
yeah, please go ahead.
So yeah, go ahead, Shambhavi.
The second question was, as I moved through your website, I saw that your logo, the Golden Ibil, was in the center and it was traveling throughout the website. It was in the same place as a lock. Is that a deliberate decision from your side? And what is it which motivated you to do that?
Actually, I just kept it in the sense, what do you call, when I was designing the logo, I was actually looking so many different kind of logos, and there's so many components that, you know, that really allowed me to give the logo a really strong presence, you know. And I believe in any brand, the logo is the key identifier of how the brand is. So yeah, definitely I did that. So it just moves along the page. Yeah.
And what is the story behind your logo? Why did you choose or design this specific logo the way it is?
One thing is gold is something that's precious, right?
True.
And since it's all about camel, we embedded that camel into the logo. And also why we put the crown is because it is the crown food of this region. Because if you see history, the camel was the main, I mean, the gift from God to the people of this land as a sustenance, you know. Without the camel, I don't think even life would exist in this part of the region, because it was used for so many things: milk, meat, leather, so many things, Shambhavi. So I really love
transportation.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, you know, and very important thing is with the halal standard that we really stick to, is all about the peacefulness of this animal, you know. And yeah, I mean, that is one of the strongest components that we really want to follow forward, because I learned a lot being in New Zealand as well, because New Zealand is one of the best countries that take care of animal very well, and I learned there a lot. And I want to do that the same by God's grace in the camel meat industry here. So
along your website, along other product portfolio, I also saw some chocolates, information about chocolates and milk and some similar products. Do you also deal with that, or is it just
so?
for
Yes, I mean, we did have the chocolate. It was quite a delicious chocolate that we made. Unfortunately, due to some things, it didn't work out with the factory person who was doing the chocolate. So that is a completely different story. But actually, I'll just talk a bit about the chocolate because it was really something amazing. So we used to make 5 flavors, starting from the famous Arabic Gawa coffee, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate with saffron, and last but not least, white chocolate with rose flavor, right? And all the chocolates was made by Swiss chocolatiers in Dubai, in UAE, and all our chocolates were 40% less in calories than your normal market chocolates. Yeah, and we really made it into a premium chocolate. But by God's grace, hopefully in the near future, we will want to bring that product back because we did have quite a good response. A lot of people bought it as a special gift for their loved ones during Valentine, during visiting, family members. And we love that joy, and we want to bring that joy soon again, hopefully in the coming future. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound exciting, and especially with the calorie, everybody doing a calorie count. And
yeah, exactly.
So it does definitely. So some of my audience are entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, and some of my audience are students. And I will be sharing your details of your organization and things so that they can research and they can understand more about the company.
Right.
But a question which I want to ask you is, how do you market yourself, and what are the various platforms that you use, and how do you track it?
Okay, so when we initially started, obviously I believe that the traditional marketing would be the number one. For example, Instagram.
So wait, Zico, one at a time. I want to ask you specific. So Instagram, you have a company account on Instagram?
Yes.
And okay. And how often do you post on that?
So yeah, that was the part I was going to come to. So I only mainly post on special occasions, New Year, Christmas, and national, all the important events that comes up during the UAE holidays. And we don't really, because we don't have a large following, but we have a good customer base, right? So one thing is that we have learned was word of mouth is quite powerful than spending a lot in marketing, especially because of the values you bring as a brand and the product itself. And most of our marketing has been done by our partners, which is Gibson and Safco. So they do internal marketing within themselves, and they have their customer base, and I believe that is how we have grown so far.
Very
right?
Nice.
And that's what I told. They do it all in one. We just had to deliver the brand and deliver the items.
Right.
So that's a good business model to follow.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. So that means your Instagram is mainly for brand awareness more than for selling. It's more like a branding exercise. Do you have a Facebook page for the company?
Yes, we are not that much active. I mainly keep the Instagram and LinkedIn profile a bit active.
Yeah. And so that means you have a LinkedIn page as well.
Yes.
For the company.
Under my profile.
Yeah. And you said you are the only company who started this in the MENA region. Are you still the only company? Do you have competitors? And which other regions do you cover in the MENA?
Right. So we have a little bit of competition, but I believe the most determining factor is our brand and its values, and also the quality of our products. Because one thing, Shambhavi, when we did our experiments on Wagyu meat and those high quality meats coming from US and Japan, we came to know they do a special kind of packing, right? Even though it's frozen, they vacuum pack their meat products. So we came to know when you vacuum, so when we vacuum our products, it maintains a much better taste and texture. Just like when you marinate and keep it, overnight in your fridge. So by vacuuming pack it, we maintain the taste and quality of the product. And also it's sustainable because we can store it 12 months without any problem. Yes, sir. So the wastage is almost near to nothing. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the product.
So are you sourcing from somewhere, or are you doing the process of the meat, getting the meat ready here in the UAE?
Yeah, so sourcing is all by within UAE farms, all UAE government approved farms. And yeah, I mean, they do the processing and they deliver it to our factory, and we do the rest of the marination and preparation.
So that means you have a factory where you are doing the packaging and
Yes.
The vacuum pack, as you mentioned specifically.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And this factory is in UAE here.
Yeah.
So one question which I'm always interested, I've lived here for 33 years, so I'm always interested in knowing that, does made in UAE give you a special advantage? Does people make feel that it's more fresh as compared to from anywhere else?
I think, Shambhavi, what I believe is Dubai is at the forefront of being the best in everything they do, especially Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikh Mohammed. And as you can see, they are the like our brand ambassadors as well, in our website.
I saw that.
Yeah, and my I had the luck and fortune to meet them personally, because we actually started this project and they saw it was such a unique thing. And that is also one of the things that pushed me towards, okay, camel meat. So why did the father and son of this country come to meet us, So that really intrigued me, And I said, okay, I've done IT, I can get jobs anywhere. And I just got into food because I'm a foodie as well. And I mean, we bought the right components into this product. And I believe that is what is helping us to move. So tomorrow, if they try a product, they're going to know it's from Dubai. Dubai is known for quality, right?
Yes.
And being the best, I believe that is what Dubai is all about. So yeah, Shambhavi, inshallah. So
of course. So in the MENA region, you're available in other countries also through some other distributors, or only?
No, only we have certain clients that just started to reach us, especially for the Kuwait market, right? And that is going on, right? So we just had to. There are important documentation that we need to be ready for. That's all about it. So our first country out of MENA would be Kuwait. Yeah.
So Zico, tell me something. Is there a blog on your website, and do you write blogs regularly to create more awareness? Yeah, to create awareness about your organization. Do you do that?
Yeah, Shambhavi, I mean, the idea about blogging really came to my mind as well. I think I have to put in some time and start that off, because I believe we as a brand not only just want to make it spiritually halal only for camel meat, but also other meat products come into the future, And I believe having these empathetic values and sustainable values on raising animals will nothing but give us a positive future towards our health, well-being, and overall the wellness of this planet. Yeah, and that's the.
I'm glad you brought the wellness of the planet into the conversation, Zico, because one of the things is about packaging. You said especially packaging and vacuum
Yeah.
packing. And nowadays, the whole conversation is around sustainability and sustainable
Yes.
packing. Tell me more about packaging and labeling in your organization. What do you
So
do?
at the moment, Shambhavi, as you know myself, I like to really consider how we can take care of this our planet. Yes, I mean, so far our packaging is the normal food grade plastic, but we have put an important message on our box to always recycle the products to keep a safe planet for us. And also in our new boxes, I have designed a planet and a heart, just reminding us or the consumer to always recycle responsibility or reuse it responsibly. Yeah. So till we come to a stage where we have highly biodegradable, cost-effective plastic for food packing, we are more than happy to switch into that. So till that time, our best bet is having that positive message on our boxes. Yeah.
I appreciate that, because you need to, when you put something which is visible to people, like you said, the planet and the heart, it emphasizes in other ways also, not just for that product or that package. It keeps a repetition in your mind that you need to take care of these things. So that is a great message that you're sharing through your packaging. So Ziquaran, tell me, in another 5 years, what are we looking at in terms of Golden Ibil or Zico? What are we looking at?
Okay. Well, there is quite a number of things that are revolving around my head, right? The only thing is what really would help us grow is more customers and more partnerships. And yes, definitely there is some plans that we have because back in 2013-14, my dad was the first one to introduce a coffee shop chain that was all specialized in camel meat and camel milk. So yeah, so it kind of worked out. I think if it had the correct team and the correct energy, it would have really grown. But I think everything has a second chance as well. So we are looking a concept, something like that in the near future. And hopefully this time with the right values, we can grow.
Yeah. Sometimes the audience is not ready. I mean, sometimes you've just been too early in time. So maybe that could have been a major challenge. So a couple of quick questions. What book are you reading right now?
Okay. I came across this book, my uncle back in the US, he shared with me because we are quite close and he's quite a spiritual person. It's by Anthony Noel, right? Mind Magnetism.
Okay, all right. Yeah. All right. Any good movie or series that you saw recently?
Actually, I'm quite a big fan of the Marvel studios, so definitely I have watched Eternals. It's quite a nice movie as well. Yeah. So yeah, that was the movie I watched quite recently.
So, and when you're not doing the accounts and the website and taking care of the company and products, what are your hobbies? What are you doing at that time?
Well, I'm quite an avid reader. I love reading and listening to audiobooks. But other than that, I love going jet skiing, probably canoeing, going to the beach, spending time with friends, yoga. I have a small men's group in Dubai Hills that we get close to quite often, and we have certain things there, and yeah, especially those things, mainly spiritual things.
Okay. Is there a mantra you live by in life? Something which guides you, motivates you, anything specific?
Yeah,
quote?
I think the mantra is, Shami, like, we Muslims 5 times a day. But what I really understood in the essence of those 5 times prayers is no matter what we do, either business or play or spending together with family and friends, everything should be based on equity, love, and kindness, because that is what creates a uh, positive family, the community, country, and world. That's my mantra. Do things with your good heart. That's it. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, is there a message for this audience who's watching this? So, and you've just
Okay.
said that do things with good heart. And is there any additional message which you would like to say just as we wrap up?
Additional message is, I think I was a person who was trying to find my purpose, why I came to this body, why I chose to be a Muslim, and so many questions I asked myself. And it comes down to listening to your heart and what experience you have had in your life, and try to mush it together and see what you can bring positively into the world, you know. And that's I guess following your heart for me. That's the message, Sabavi. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time here, Zico. And please do stay online. We'll meet again. And thanking the audience who watched till now. Bye, and we'll catch up soon again in another episode.
Perfect. It's okay. I just said thank you, Shamwe. It was a pleasure meeting you and being with you in this conversation. Hope to have more conversation in the future.
Definitely. Wishing you all the very best and wishing the organization all the very best. And we hope to see more awards and accolades. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.